It is time now for all things current California politics. Joining me now, Rich Eisen of Capital Weekly. Rich, editor-in-chief. Rich, good to have you here. So the big story, which broke right around lunchtime yesterday, Kamala Harris not going to run for governor of California. Does that surprise you? And what about the timing of that? Why? Why is she not running?
Well, it doesn't surprise me because, I mean, at the end of the day, you know, Kamala's been hesitating, shall we say. I mean, look, this is a tough job. This is the fourth biggest economy in the world. And at the end of the day, you want somebody who really wants this job because we're going to have probably years of major big-time deficits. We have, of course, probably years more of pretty open warfare with the federal administration. This is not something you want somebody in office who's maybe only partially committed or thinking about something else they'd rather be doing.
Okay.
So in that regard, it seems like, you know, she has bigger ambitions. Maybe it's a presidential run in 2028. She says she really wants to focus her time right now on helping elect Democrats around the country. Those are both worthy things for her to do. And, you know, she's still fairly young. She's 60 years old, I believe.
Yes, 60.
So there's no reason in the world for her to get into a job she doesn't really want.
Okay, that said, she's out. Now the candidates in the Democratic side recalibrate.
Yeah.
What is your polling showing in terms of a front runner? Katie Porter getting some instant recognition, certainly from the San Francisco Chronicle. Right away on that.
Well, polling shows lots of things. One of the things that we were hearing right away yesterday, you know, I was talking with some folks affiliated with her. You know, they have some internal polling that seems to show she has a pretty significant lead over the rest of the field. Other polling does not show that at all. It really depends, again, when was the poll taken and how was it asked. Always with polling, you need to have a little bit of a grain of salt perspective. That said, you know, she's got great name recognition. No one else in the field seems to be pulling in any real numbers.
Okay.
So at this point, sure, she is as good a bet as anybody.
Were you surprised Nancy Pelosi came right out and said that she was basically endorsing Eleni Kounalakis? Why so soon? Why would she do that?
Well, I mean, soon is a matter of perspective. Kounalakis has been in the race now since 2023.
But Harris just dropped out, which recalibrates the field. You won't see Governor Newsom endorsing anyone probably. I mean, was this obviously to jettison Kounalakis? I mean, the fundraising has got to get going here.
Yeah, you know, I think that's one of the things we heard yesterday is that there's an awful lot of now outreach going out to the big fundraisers who've been sitting on the sidelines waiting to see what was going to happen. I think you'll start to see some major dollars start to get committed to various candidates. You know, Eleni is somebody a lot of people feel has got a ton of money from her family that she can count on. You know, we'll see how that all plays itself out. But maybe Nancy wanted to put her thumb on the scale a little bit there.
Eleni Kounalakis, her dad, Angelos Akopoulos, who has been a very successful developer in and around the Sacramento region. Has President Trump in office done anything you can see that has been positive for California? My suggestion to you earlier was the border closing, slowing fentanyl coming in. Has at least that happened?
Well, that's a little debatable because that had been happening already. I'll be honest, it's really hard for me to see anything that Donald Trump has done that is beneficial to California at this point. I mean, when you look at whether it's the stuff that's happening with ICE raids, things that's happening with our environmental laws, things that are happening with just the overall polarization of the country and the state. Slowing fentanyl, not a bad thing. We haven't seen the impact of tariffs yet. That is one of the things I think is a little surprising for folks, that they thought there would be much more of an immediate impact.
Agreed. It seemed to, people were talking about June 1, maybe June 30th to start to see the tariff impact. And to your point, not so much?
Not so much yet. So beneficial to California, it's hard for me to pinpoint something there, but super detrimental on that front, not yet. Other things, definitely so.
Okay, quickly before we let you go, Texas talking about redrawing their maps, their electoral maps. Governor Newsom says, if you do that, we'll do this. Will this play out in like every state?
Well, that's what we were talking about.
Yeah.
And Rob Bonta came out this week and said, look, I think there is a pathway here that's legal for voters to vote on this. So, and Texas came out with their plan as well. So, there's still a lot of ground to be covered in Texas. Yeah. But I think I would not at all be surprised because, they know they're going to lose a lot. The Republicans know they're going to lose a lot of seats in the midterms because they always do. Every party in power does. So we'll see.
Okay. Rich Eisen, editor-in-chief, Capital Weekly. Rich, thank you.
Sure.